Hi, good evening, students. Okay, so in the last class, we had discussed on the conventions of accounting. Okay, so I hope all of you understand that the conventions. Okay, so now in this session, we will see the users of accounting information. Okay, so this is the small part of this syllabus. Okay, so the users of accounting informations. Okay, so after maintaining the accounts data and as well as after preparing the financial statement, after preparing the financial statements means after preparing the profit and loss account, after preparing the trading account, after preparing the balance sheets. Okay, all these after preparings, so these data are going to, who is going to use that data. Okay, so these are the users of accounting informations. Okay, so now see this accounting informations, there are two types of the users. Okay, so the internal users and the external users. Okay, there are two types, which are those internal users and the external users. Okay, so now see what do you mean by internal users. Internal users means what are users who are directly involved, who are directly involved in the planning as well as the organization and organizing and the running the business. Okay, so it means what, which are those within the within the company or within the business. Okay, those who are going to use, no, so it's nothing but the internal users. Okay, so it means what, who are directly involved. Okay, who are directly involved in the planning or organizing as well as in the running the business. Okay, so use the information to help improve, what to use the information to help improve the performance and profitability of the organization. Okay, what's the profitability of the organizations? Okay, so it means what's the accounting data they are using for the improvement of the performance as well as for the profitability. Okay, so this is about the internal users. Okay, so now see what in by external users. So external users means what, who are not directly involved in the running of an organizations. Okay, who is not directly involved in the business. Okay, so it means what's outsider of the business. Okay, outsider of the business is means what's the internal users. Okay, so have the limited access to a firm accounting informations as well as it means depend on reliable, relevant and comparable accounting information to make important decisions. Okay, so this is about the external users. Okay, so internal users means what, those who are within a company or the business they are going to use. So it's nothing but the internal users, and the external users means what's the outsider of the business or outsider of the company. Okay, so this is the external users. Okay, so in the next slides we will see which are those internal users. Okay, which are those internal users. Okay, so the first one is what's owner. Okay, so owner is using the accounting data. Okay, so just see for analyzing the viability and profitability of their investment and determining any future courses of action. Okay, so it means what's the why the owner is interested to knowing the accounting data of his business. Okay, so because the owner is investing or the contributing capital in the business and are exposed to maximum risk. Okay, so that's why he is interesting to knowing the profit and loss, the business is getting profit or loss, and he is interesting to know the financial position of the business, it's getting positive or it's getting the negative. Okay, so these all these things for the knowing, so he is interested to know the accounting data. Okay, so next one is what's the management is the internal users. Okay, so management, so for analyzing the organization's performance and position and taking appropriate measures to improve the company results. Okay, so it means what's management is interested to knowing the accounting data of the business because to take the decision making purpose as well as for the price control as well as for the price reduction purpose. Or okay, so if they want to if they want to start a new projects, okay, so how much how much they want to invest, okay, so for the planning purpose, okay, so for the future decision purpose, they are interesting to knowing the accounting data, okay. So this is the management related, okay. So next one is what's the employees, okay. So for assessing company's profitability and its consequences on their future remunerations and security, okay. So it means what's this employees also internal users, they are working within a company, okay. So employees are entitled to bonus all the and the end of the year, okay. At the end of the years, they say they are interesting to knowing the accounting data for the bonus purpose, okay, for the bonus purpose, to know the bonus as well as for the deposit in the provident fund, as well as the ESI means what's the employees state benefits, okay. So for that purpose, so employees also interested to knowing the accounting data, okay. So these are the internal users. Owner is the internal users, management is the internal users, as well as the employee also internal users, okay. So the internal users means what's with those who are working within a company or within a business, okay. So it means what's the internal users, okay. So in the next slides, which are those external users, okay. So now see which are those external users. So first one is what's investors, okay. Investors, so it is the external users, okay. So outsiders are investing in a business, okay. So just see, investors use the accounting information to determine whether an investment is a good fit, okay, for their portfolio, and whether they should hold, increase or decrease, okay. So the investors also interested knowing the accounting data of a business, okay. So they are going to invest in a business, in a particular business, okay. So before that, they are interested to knowing the accounting data of the business, because to knowing the earning capacity, so it will be the safe or not for the investments purpose. It means what, they are going to invest money in a particular business, it will be the safe or not, okay. So they will understand after seeing the accounting informations, the financial position is good or not, okay. So that's why, so investors also interested to knowing the accounting data, okay. So next one is what's the creditors, okay. So the creditors, suppliers and trade creditors requirement for information that helps them understand and access the short-term liquidity of a business, okay. So the creditors also interested to knowing the accounting data of a business, because credit worthiness of a business, what, because of the credit worthiness of a business, is the business able to pay short-term debt within its full day when it's fully due, okay. So for that purpose, creditor is also interested to knowing the accounting data, okay. So next one is what's the government, okay. So the government is also external users, and it's the main factor of the external users, okay. So the government agencies use financial information of a business for the purpose of imposing taxes and regulations, okay. So it means what, government is checking the profit and loss account, as well as the trading account, as well as the balance sheets for the tax purpose, okay. So it means what, government is collecting the tax, okay. So he is paying tax or not, okay. All these things, they are verified by the government, okay. So that's why government is also using the accounting data of the business, okay, as well as they are following the rules and regulations or not, they are checking, okay. So this is the external users, okay. So for the calculate the amount of taxes to be paid, okay. So that's why the government is also external users, okay. So next, what's customer, okay. Next one is what's the customer, is also the external users to access the staying power of potential suppliers and customers, okay. So customers also interested to knowing the accounting data of a business for to know the cost and productions, okay, to cost and the production of goods, okay. So that's why he's also interested. Next one is what's the public. Okay, so the public is interested, so general public also may be interested in accounting information of a company. This could include journalists, activities, and individuals with an interest in economic development. Okay, so the public is also interested to knowing the accounting data of a particular business for the employment of people. Okay, for the employment of the people. Okay, so these are the what's external users. Okay, public is external users, customer is also external users. Okay, so next, investors, creditors, government, these are the external users. Okay, so you know there are two types of the users, internal users and the external users. Okay, internal users means what's those who are within a company, these are the internal users. Okay, and the external users means the outsider of the business or the company is the external users. Okay, so I hope you will be the understand. Thank you.